Hi, I'm Margaret Ann Lembo. We'll be meeting here very shortly. I'm here. You're not here yet, but that's okay. I am the author of The Essential Guide to Crystals, Minerals, and Stones and the Archangels and Gemstone Guardians cards. But I'm also the author of Chakra Awakening and Color Your Life with Crystals, which is a young reader's book, and The Essential Guide to Aromatherapy and Vibrational Healing. And there's another one, the Angels and Gemstone Guardians cards, and Crystal Intentions Oracle. So tonight we're going to be focusing on the Essential Guide to Crystals, Minerals, and Stones, and Archangels and Gemstone Guardians cards as it relates to archangels and their matching vibrational gemstones that will help us in our life. So I see that people are starting to arrive. Hi, Paula, welcome. And we're going to work with Appendix E. So if you have your book handy and have a question about something, that's always preferred to have some questions. And so to get started, I am going to grab my copy of the book and just make sure that you know page 385 is where we're going to be working off of, and into just that appendix about E, and then the Archangels and Gemstone Guardians cards, which I guess is showing up backwards here. Such is life, that's okay. And I wanted to go over some really basic stuff while we're waiting for more people to arrive. But regardless, when you get to watch this video later at your own pace, at your own time, you'll have this basic information. So I jotted down a few notes so I can remember everything. And I don't think it's necessary for us to have to memorize every little thing about the archangels and the angels. You may remember or know already that there's a hierarchy of angels, and this is the order in which they go in. This is from the highest, closest to God, to earth vibration. So there's the seraphim, the cherubim, the thrones, dominions, the virtues, the powers, principalities, and then the archangels and angels. So the archangels and angels are considered the angels of the earth, and that's the angels, those are the angels that work with us. Archangels listen to our prayers and bring our prayers to God, and the angels, our guardian angels, are watching over us. The best way to communicate with angels is through telepathic communication. You can also speak out loud on some occasions when I'm praying by myself, sometimes out in nature. I will say, okay, everybody, God, Goddess, Creator, angels, saints, loved ones on the other side, I need help, and I need help regarding, and then I'll share what it is that I need help with. So that's how I connect, and it seems to be helpful. I seem to get a response. I don't know if it has to do with the law of attraction or what it is, but I've always believed in angels from when I was a little girl, mostly because of how I was socialized with my own family. And I was born and raised Catholic, which I had a wonderful, magical, mystical bringing up in regard to Catholicism. So that was very easy and comfortable. And now I embrace many philosophies and religious traditions as far as opening myself to spiritual awakening. So that's what the way I've approached it, and you have to find your way, but I like this way. It makes it so that you can pull from what feels the most comfortable to you. So I wanted to talk about when I call in the archangels for prayer or ceremony. So what I like to do is imagine the four main archangels around me. Sometimes I do it very specifically by direction, which I'll do tonight. And sometimes I just imagine that they're just surrounding me like bodyguards, you know. So with Archangel Michael, I will literally do it now. So I invite and invoke the energy of Archangel Michael to be part of this live Facebook live event. We invite you from the east to bring clarity, illumination, and the ability to see life from a greater perspective. We invite the energies of protection and feeling safe and sound at all times, and for liberty and freedom and balance. And then we invite and invoke the energy of Archangel Raphael from the south, which is behind me in the way that I'm sitting right now. And we invite Archangel Raphael for the energy of healing of our hearts, our relationships, the healing of our emotions, and also the relationship we have with ourselves. We invite this vibration to help us transform and transmute any challenging situation, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. So now we have Archangel Michael from the east and Raphael from the south. So we've got two of them in this Facebook Live event, and now we're going to invite and invoke Archangel Gabriel from the west, which is this way for me. And we invite and invoke Archangel Gabriel to open ourselves to remember how to go within, inside, to that look within place that we each and every one of us have to know the truth. We have the truth within us. So whether in the regards to Gabrielle, we ask you to maybe bring the truth to us in our dreams so that we wake up knowing the answers and having a sense of knowing that provides us with a strong sense of self. We invite the vibration of being able to interpret dreams and the symbols that appear in our waking life as well. And also, there was something else that I wanted to say in regard to Gabrielle, that the messages that we receive, we're able to integrate and utilize them in our daily life. Because spirituality isn't just when we're sitting and talking about it, it's being in our living. We try. And then, so we have Michael, Raphael, Gabrielle, and now I invite and invoke the energy of Uriel from the north, the energy of our ancestors and all those that have walked on this path before us, so we could have the vibration of these wonderful beings to assist us in understanding, because there are so many of our beloved ones, our people that are already on the other side, that have been here and done this and have learned through years and years of wisdom. Not everybody does, but many people do. By the time they leave the planet, they have some really great retrospect. So we give gratitude for all four archangels coming into our Facebook Live event. And I want to talk a little bit more about each one of them. So in this archangel connection, what I want to, like I said, for those of you that were here from the beginning, I have some notes because I don't have every single thing memorized. It's just not necessary. But what I can say about Michael is he's always available for protection. And of all the archangels, I've observed most people, they want to have Archangel Michael by their side. And that's even my aromatherapy spray, Archangel Michael, that sells the best. And I'm not so sure it's the scent. I think it's because it's aligned with Archangel Michael. And that aromatherapy spray came to me through divine intervention, inspiration during a meditation. One of the things that I wanted to say is how he usually appears. He's usually like a knight in shining armor. He usually is like set up with his protection shield and a sword of light. And Archangel Michael is the one that I also call on to assist us when we're doing cord cutting ceremonies and we need to let go of the past and let go of situations that no longer serve us, even if we adore that person or that situation, but somehow it's gotten not so great and we have to let go of it for our own health and well-being and to move on and beyond. Raphael is from the book of Tobit, and that is a wonderful little, I'm going to tell the short version. Some of you who know me for a little bit may have heard me tell the story, but this is cool. So Tobit is the father and Tobias is the son. Tobit was in this story. He's losing his eyesight and he really wants to have, he doesn't feel like he wants to live anymore because he can't function without his eyesight. He's very down in the dumps about it and he's sad. So his son Tobias goes on a trip And I'm making up a story now. I don't know the exact story in this part, but I always like to have my version of the story. He's going on a journey to, on the way, he has a companion that's walking along the road with him. This is ancient biblical times. Walking along the road. And this, he tells this companion that he's walking with, Tobias tells this companion about his father's situation and how his father's eyesight is no longer good. And he really is, it's really causing problems. So they stop to have lunch, not at a sidewalk cafe, but they stop to fish, and they catch a fish. And at that point, the angel's unaware. Archangel Raphael reveals himself and who he is, and he teaches Tobias that to take the gall out of the fish and to go back and put that on his father's eyes, and his eyes will be healed. And so it was. So the moral of the story is, one, we may have angels unawares available to us, and also Archangel Raphael isn't literally going to heal situations, but may provide avenues or direction to assist us in knowing the direction to go. He'll provide direction. It's said that Raphael is the one that provided the directions for the ark to Noah, so that he could build the ark, and also information about healing and medicinal, teachings. So there's so many more stories that I still have to learn so I can share them, but I love to connect with these archangels. Now, on a very basic level, as I was writing the Essential Guide to Crystals, Minerals, and Stones, I really wanted to incorporate the angelic realm into it, because I had already published my Angels and Gemstone Guardians cards. It originally was the Angel Gemstone Oracle, I think is what I had called it. And then it sold so well, thousands and thousands of copies, that a publisher asked if they could pick it up and just give it a freshening up. So that's what ended up happening. Then it became the Archangels and Gemstone Guardians cards. Well, the second deck did. The first one was Angels and Gemstone Guardians cards. So Fintorn Press published that. Probably more information than you wanted to know. Anyway, I wanted to bring to your awareness, if you aren't already in the book, you'll see that I have the Archangels listed starting with page 385. And here's one. Let's do Metatron. Metatron comes up often. Metatron is Enoch. Metatron became named Metatron after Enoch went to the heavenly realm and then came back. So Metatron is the archangel of ascension, of connecting with higher consciousness, the Akashic records. So some of the gemstones I've chosen, hi Lisa, welcome, is amethyst. So amethyst is really always good for spiritual connection and spiritual development. Apophyllite. I like to use an apophyllite point on the center of the forehead to vibrate and connect with the divine. I love when people make the little hearts go across the screen there. Let's see, another one I have on here is kunzite. So kunzite is a beautiful pink stone, and I don't have one close enough by to get it and keep it looking pretty here. But kunzite is a pink stone, and it's about radiating love. And in order to even get close to God, and remember I said Enoch is Metatron, and that he traveled and left the earth plane. He actually left the earth plane to go have a talk with God to see if they could get the dark force angels some reprieve. And God said, no, he was trying to say, please don't flood. There was a flood coming, the ark, and Noah and the ark and that flood, yeah, the great flood. And he ran to the heavenly realm and said, please, please, please. And God said, no, 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 it's too late. It's like there's way too much stuff that needs to be cleansed from the earth plane. But during that process, he became the ability to transcend and come from the earth plane to the heavenly realm. And so for us, we can translate that, not that we're literally going to ascend our body, go see God, and come back again, but more that we can use it as a tool to align our consciousness with the divine. Now, that doesn't mean that every day and every moment that we're always good at it and that we can always do it. That's my intention on the planet, but I'm human. I get agitated. Some days I'm really good and some days not so much. And I'm sure that's true for you too. You know, we're all humans doing the best and every day we practice it. So when we pick a gemstone that matches an archangel, it's like we can make that intention. Oh, Morganite's on this list with Metatron. So Morganite just came in. We just got that in stock at the Crystal Garden. So if you are in the neighborhood and you want to stop by, you can see that. That's new lately. And we have lots and lots of selenite. But selenite and kyanite together are really good for connecting with the divine and for balancing the mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. I like to have selenite nearby. Okay, so what kind of questions do you have? Because I just did my little spiel here. Type in anything. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card. Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about the cards that I already pulled while I'm waiting for you to bring some questions here. So, hello, Marjorie, Mary, Deborah, people that have shown up. Thank you so much. I know some of you came on and I didn't say hello. So, I literally went through the deck and found a card for Raphael, a card for Uriel, a card for Michael, and a card for Gabrielle. So let's do Michael first because we called in Michael from the East first. So he's in here. So Archangel Michael is lapis lazuli, other gemstones too. Notice I'm wearing blue and white. I do that from Archangel Michael. I often consciously choose a blue and white outfit, or at least blue, so that I'm connected with Michael in the work that I do. So Archangel Michael, this is what it says on this particular card for lapis lazuli. Are you listening to your inner guidance? Let go of extra stress in your life. So you'd have to determine what is that extra stress and how do you let go of it, okay? Release obstacles that cause frustration. I've been working on that, and I've actually taken action on 2 different, maybe 3 different things, because, you know, these things that get niggly in our consciousness and roll over and over and over again, we have to sometimes say something or write that email or do something to release that stress and that frustration. And then the divine guidance is align with the angels and allow divine orchestration to light your path, to bring you to the right place and and at the right time. Flow and allow your inner guidance to show you the way. Listen to that still small voice within in order to find the answers that you seek. Now that wording would also work for Gabrielle, as far as I'm concerned. Gabrielle and Ammonite, it's spiraling into the center of yourself and connecting with that inner wisdom and inner knowing. So just because it's on the card that's with Michael doesn't mean that's the only association, is my point here, okay? Archangel Michael has the statement, I am focused, I see, sense, and feel, and know the truth. And again, that could work for Gabrielle. Totally. Okay, so I see a question here. Are the angels you mentioned different than your other book, The Essential Guide to Aromatherapy? No, it's not different. They're the same. In fact, there is a connection with the essential oils and the gemstones, and I used the foundation of my Essential Guide to Crystals, Minerals, and Stones in order to help me realize and determine which essential oils vibrate at a rate that might invite or invoke. Like, so Michael, if I remember right, the cinnamony, like cinnamon and spices, allspice, cinnamon, bay, basil, maybe basil. I'm not sure about basil, but anyway, so you know, there is a correlation there. So there is a correlation between essential oils and gemstones, as well as essential oils, gemstones, and aromatherapy. essential oils, aromatherapy, and gemstones. I think, no, did I say that right? And archangels and angels. Confusing myself. It's toward the end of the evening here, huh? So now the next stone. Now, so one of the reasons I chose lapis lazuli is because of the color. That's the vibration or the ray that Archangel Michael comes in on, as far as I'm concerned. It's a cobalt blue or a navy blue or electric blue vibration. Oh, a Basil is there, Jada? I'm glad. That's cool. So I did remember right. You know, you get the stuff that comes out of you, you write it down, and I don't have my books memorized. I'd go crazy. Okay, so we talked a little bit about Michael. Now, the green tourmaline, because it's green, and Archangel Raphael's ray is a green vibration. So, green tourmaline, do you believe in unlimited supply in all areas of your life? Are you attracting loyal friends and colleagues? So this has to do with healing of relationships, you know? So it's time to recognize that there is an unlimited supply, a myriad opportunities, and unlimited potential available to you. So this applies in all areas of life. So whether it has to do with business, because this is a good card for finances and career, or if it has to do with having an abundance of the right people around you, the right friends, family members that are loyal. So decide, this is the divine guidance, decide what types of people you want in your life and know that you have the ability to attract them. So what this does is it helps you to take your attention off of what maybe is currently happening. Maybe someone doesn't return your calls, or you have to keep nudging, or whatever it is, or there's just not an easy flow, and you really want someone who's going to be responsive in your life and, you know, be available, whatever. I'm making up stories here, but so you could say, no, I want to attract. Don't focus on what is currently happening or what you don't want, but instead focus on the feeling and knowing that you, maybe even thinking of some people that you already do have in your life that you are very grateful for, about like, I want people who are surround me and call me back right away, or text me back immediately. Making up stories here. I'm trying to think of something, or that really want to get together with me when I contact them. And then I'm that friend to other people too. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not. We all have our different challenges, right? So green tourmaline, Archangel Raphael. Hi, Tony. Hi, Jan. Jan, I think, is in from Australia or New Zealand. I can't recall. Tell me where you're from, Jan. Okay, so we're talking about green tourmaline, Archangel Raphael. Remember, he's the angel of healing on all levels, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I am healthy, whole, and complete. My body naturally regenerates and heals. My actions are heart-centered. New Zealand. Jan is from New Zealand. Thank you for joining us. I allow love in my life. I easily manifest my ideas. So that's like maybe more the career or financial. I always attract love, luck, wealth, and success. So let's say you said, okay, I love green tourmaline. I'm going to get a piece of it. I'm going to find some. And, or I'm just going to use you can just use the card. If you don't want to get the rock, or you can't find a good one, this happens to be a really good one. And you know how big how big that stone is? It's probably about that big. It's really tiny, because you can't find, it's like, if they're big, then they're the museum quality. Okay, just to put this into perspective for you. So, great photographer, thank you, Andy Frame. and then we were able to show what the gemstone really looks like with photography. Okay, so we did Michael, we did Raphael. Now we're going to bring up Gabrielle, because we went east, south, now we're in the west. And Gabrielle is, I picked the ammonite stone for that. Ammonite is a fossil. And ammonite, are you spiraling round and round? Are you trying to find answers? So when I say spiraling round and round, initially when I wrote that, I meant, are you having the same thing go round and round in your head? And it's like this this hamster wheel effect going on where you're repeating the same thought form over and over and over again. That's one aspect of it. And then the other aspect is the spiraling into the center of your consciousness to manifest and know your own truth. I'm doing that because I feel a song coming on. I'm going to sing to you. Spiraling into the center of a dream. Spiraling into the center of a dream. We are the weavers, we are the woven one. We are the dreamers, we are the dream. We are the weavers, we are the woven one. We are the dreamers, we are the dream. See, I'm singing to you so when you go to sleep tonight, you can dream pretty dreams, okay? So thank you for all those pretty stars, all those hearts. You're so sweet. So with this, I say to you, with this ammonite, this is about realizing that we can either let those thought forms make us crazy, spiraling round and round and round and round, or we can utilize the power of really becoming the creator of our own reality, to really utilize the power of our own consciousness to be all that we can be. Some days, again, like I said earlier, some days we're better at it than others. But if we wake up every day and remember that this is all a practice and that we're going to do it better today, find a better way to handle things, to shift our consciousness, and just keep trying. Marjorie says she used Celestine to help you. Good. Do you mean Celestite? That I think is the next card. Is it this? We're going to use this one for Uriel. But Celestite is a good stone, and regardless of the Archangel or any association, I love that rock. Okay, so the rest of the card for Gabrielle is, now it's time to stop and go within and allow yourself to step into the deep recesses of your mind and emotions in order to uncover the truth. Take time for reflection beside the ocean or a body of water. So the reason is because if we spiral into the center of our consciousness and focus on the inner world, then because this is also a nautilus, it's a seashell, fossilized seashell, it's associated with water and our emotions and finding balance with water and our emotions. And also taking the time to reflect and go inward. And so Archangel Gabriel's, oh, Marjorie, I'm so sorry to hear that. Much comfort to you. Marjorie just typed in that she had to put her cat to sleep yesterday. My goodness, I know that feeling twice. And so we'll send you blessings and many blessings on the journey of your cat as your cat journeys on and further into life. So yeah, sending many blessings to you. Okay. So Archangel Gabriel is giving a positive affirmation. I know the truth in the center of myself. All the answers lie within. Ancient knowledge and wisdom are available to me. I recall my dreams when I awaken and use them as tools to help guide me in my waking life. So, yeah, sometimes I don't remember my dreams. But what I do is, and sometimes I do, but I would say that more often than not, and I'm sure this is true for you, and if not, make it your intention because it's very powerful to utilize this tool, is just as you're getting ready to sleep at night, and of course certain thought forms will be rotating in your consciousness, try to get into a meditative state as you fall asleep and follow your breath. And make some intentions that you would like clarity, maybe a prayer or two or 5 or thousands of prayers, pray, and ask for guidance. And then when you wake in the morning, you may not even have to remember exactly what's in the dream. You'll just know what to do. You'll get up and do it. I do that a lot. When I do special events or flash sales or special marketing things for my store, whether it's the wholesale or the retail side, my staff even tells our customers when they find out, it's like, well, why didn't you tell me I was here last week? And they're like, we don't know. She wakes up and she just does it. And that's true. I get an inspiration in the night. And when I wake up in the morning, I sit down here at my computer, which is right behind this little setup here. And I start a constant contact email and send it out. So anyway, little tangent there for you. So last but not least is Archangel Uriel, and I happen to pull the Celestite card for Uriel. Okay, and Uriel's question to ask, now this is the energy of the north of our ancestors and those that have walked on this path before us. So this has to do with, I'm frozen? Oh, am I frozen for everybody? I hope not. Okay, so here we go. Celestite. Are you hearing messages from your angels? Have you noticed your life flows easily as if divine timing is working in your life? I like that. Oops, almost dropped it. I'm glad I'm not frozen. Thank you. Because I didn't get any notices. Usually I get a notice if something's funky. So thank you. Good. So now the divine guidance from Uriel is peace is yours. You have a team of angels on your side. I'm going to say that again. Take a deep breath. Focus on your heart and knowing. And I'm telling you, you have a team of angels on your side. Use them. That's what they want. They want to help you. And so you can say, okay, I need to get this equipment fixed. Please send me the angel of da-da-da-da-da, whatever it is. Or I need to organize my stock room and I need somebody to build this for me. Send me the angel of handymans, like whatever it is. You can just call on this vibration. It can be mundane stuff. Because what it is we want to be able to have life flow. And then, of course, the higher energy things like help me to be a channel for divine wisdom and help me to be kind and compassionate as often as possible in every aspect of my life. Again, some days better at it than others. All right, here we go. So you have a team of angels on your side, illuminating and orchestrating your life. They respond to your thoughts, wishes, and dreams according to the divine plan. So I like to think of the angels orchestrating my life. I like to imagine, even make believe, if you will, that I have this amazing team that's just lining things up so that I can do the work that I'm supposed to do here on the planet. So if you have any struggles that you feel like you're swimming upstream instead of going with the flow, then ask for the orchestration. It will really help. I have seen it. I've had some sincere talks with God through the angelic realm and with the angelic realm in that regard. Okay, the affirmation side of the card, two-sided deck. Archangel Uriel says, and this is the affirmation, I am at peace. Legions of angels are my personal entourage, helping me every day in every way. How cool is that? Come on, really. I'm aligned with the divine plan. My ancestors direct me on my path. I was thinking of you, Lisa, when I share that too. Yes, I'm sure there's others, but for you as well. I definitely was thinking of you. I am grateful for the knowledge they impart to me. So I am aligned with the divine plan. My ancestors direct me on my path. So because Archangel Uriel is in the north and the vibration of the north, we have that energy from our ancestors and all those that have walked on this path before us. So we can even imagine, if you want to, that you're meeting with your someone who's already passed over. Maybe ask Uriel, say, you know, I'd really like to talk to Dad about this. I really want to feel like I am having a sit down with him. Can you help me imagine that I'm meeting with him so that I can hear, sense, feel, or know what he might say in this regard? Or Aunt Rose, or whoever it is that you want to connect with. Mom. I always love to connect with Mom and Dad whenever I can. So, that's about all I have to share. I kind of did a little monologue here instead of answering questions. I hope that helps. The idea is that I perceive that certain gemstones have a certain vibration, and essential oils, like Jada said earlier, that have a certain vibration that help us align more with the certain archangels and angels. My list is not the only way to go. You know, if you're attracted to use a certain essential oil for a certain archangel or a certain gemstone for a certain archangel, it's all intention. It's all intention. That's why I have the Crystal Intentions deck too, and the other deck, the Angels and Gemstone Guardians cards. And just so you know, just saying, in a few short weeks, I believe I'll be seeing in my hands my new deck. It's called Masters, Mystics, Saints, and the Gemstone Guardians. Hot pink cover. It's on Amazon. It has been for a long time. I believe that the decks are getting here to the United States. It's a European publisher, Fintorn Press. I believe they're coming to the United States. They might already be at a main warehouse in a company called Ingram, which is a big distribution company. And we'll have I'm not going to have a huge party at the store. I'm going to do a free event and pull cards and give readings and something. We'll have a sale at the store or something. So I think that's it for tonight. So I love all these hearts going across. You're spoiling me. Lisa, I had an Aunt Rose who was so close to my dad. Once again, you amazing. Isn't that cool? Well, this necklace I'm wearing is from my Aunt Rose. It was hers. It was a ring, and she gave it to me, and I always feel like she was my godmother. So she's like watching over me from heaven now instead of when she watched over me from earth, and she did a great job as a godmother. She was a great godmother. I love that you had an Aunt Rose that was close to your dad. So there's another message from the heavenly realm for you. So will you have the deck at the store for your event? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I won't have the launch party unless I have the deck. Yes, I will definitely. And let's see. I think that's it. I think I'm ready to go, unless you have more questions or have anything that you want to say. Do you see the angel over my shoulder over there? Isn't it adorable? I really tried to line it up so you could see the little cherub watching over me on my shoulder. See it? All right, everybody. I'm sending you blessings and love, and may the angels light your path. Thanks for watching. This is Margaret Ann Lembo signing off.